There are three foundational beliefs that are so pivotal to financial health that actually have nothing to do with money whatsoever. But I'm going to show you how I instill these in my kids and why they are so key to financial success in the long run. Now, obviously, we all want the same for our kids. We want them to be healthy. We want them to be happy. We want them to go on to lead really fulfilling and successful lives. And let's be honest, the financial education that most of us received growing up didn't really prepare us for that. We can teach all of these principles that you need, all of the nitty-gritty, the practices that you need to have, the habits that you need to have for financial success. But if you do not have the underlying core foundational beliefs, all of those techniques are going to be for nothing. The very first belief that I am instilling in my kids is that they are valuable. A lot of times, the things that are going to have the most profound impact are not going to be these crazy, new, novel ideas. They're going to be these things that we kind of know in our core, but never really truly implement. So when you think about the belief, I am valuable, think about what that belief actually gets your child in adulthood. It gives them the confidence to pursue a great life. Now, we all know people or have been these people ourselves who don't really believe that they're worth a whole lot, so they don't pursue what they actually want in life because they don't, at their core, believe that they're good enough. And then I also want you to think about this. If your child knows that they are valuable, as adults, they are going to have so much more confidence in a job interview. They are going to have the ability to sell a product if they want because they know that they have something of value to give the world. Not to mention the power that these beliefs have on a person completely separate from financial health. The second belief that I am intentional about instilling in my kids, that again is not a money belief, is that they are capable. Think about this. If your child knows that they're capable, they are going to have the tenacity and the ability to make a financial plan and stick to it. Some of the stuff that they will need to have a healthy financial life can be difficult. Like, it's not all easy. It's not sunshine and rainbows all the time. And so having that underlying core belief that they are capable, that they know that they can do this, that is going to take them so far. And then not to mention, they'll know that they have the confidence to solve problems if they arise, because they will arise. We can do everything in our power to prepare our children for surviving in the real world, but problems will come up. When it comes to money, it's just the way it is. They will live in the real world. And so if they have this unshaking belief that they are capable, that no matter what comes up, they can figure it out, or they have the resources to be able to find a solution, they're going to be set. And that's what we want for our kids, right? We want them to be able to take care of themselves. And the very last foundational belief that I'm instilling is that they are wise. I want my kids to trust in their own abilities to make a plan. And trust that if they're not sure what to do, they know how to find the answer. When you have this underlying belief that you are wise, it doesn't mean that you know everything, right? That's not what wisdom means. It means that I can figure it out. I trust myself to make decisions. I trust myself to make good decisions. When you see yourself as a wise person, the world opens up for you. Now, we're really intentional with these beliefs, and there's a few different ways that we intentionally instill them. The very first thing is that we speak them. We say them out loud. It is baffling to me how often we forget to just tell our children who they are. I tell my kids all the time that they are so freaking smart. I notice when you do something you thought you couldn't do. Look how capable you are. Or I tell them, wow, look at your ideas. You just had such a good idea. Look who it helped. The way that we talk to our kids becomes their inner voice. And so encouraging that in their inner voice, believing in them, speaking that over them, telling them what you see is so powerful. You have no idea the impact of your words on your children. And with that, I also really encourage positive self-talk. So I'll say things like, you must be really proud of yourself. You must feel really smart right now. Look at what you did. You just came up with a solution for that. Like, holy smokes, look at that. Takes the focus off of needing that external validation from mom or dad and puts it on, look at you. How do you feel about yourself? I think both are really important. The second thing we do is we help them set achievable goals. There is so many delicious, great things that come when you accomplish something and when you overcome something that you thought you couldn't do. And this is where sports are really great. This is where if your child is, reading a challenging book, when they're learning how to make their own lunch, right? Something that's a little bit challenging, then they achieve it. That feeling of like, I did that. That can do wonders. And then the very last thing is we embrace mistakes. You've heard me talk about this before. Mistakes are never final. Failing is a really powerful way to learn. And so I try to embrace mistakes, and try is the operative word, right? You do not need to be perfect at this. You approach it as that's interesting. This isn't the outcome that we wanted. I wonder what we could have done differently. Then it makes these mistakes not that big of a deal. It helps your child learn that they can screw up and they can learn from it, and that nothing is final. They don't carry that into their own self-worth and think, I'm just bad at whatever it is, right? So it really is so incredibly simple to help your child develop these really incredible beliefs that will help them in their financial lives as adults, but then also just in their general lives as adults. And I promise you are probably doing most of these things already. First, I want you to just give yourself a little bit of a break. You are doing a great job with your kids. Just the fact that you are watching this video right now tells me that you care so deeply about your children. It's really, really easy to have that parent guilt, to see all the ways that we're not measuring up. So I really want to encourage you to have some of this positive self-talk about yourself, to see the ways that you are doing a great job as a parent.